Want to dominate Spiral Abyss without a full 5-star team? No problem. Today, I'll show you the best F2P and limited 5-star teams to clear floors 9 to 12 and get those Primogems. These teams are designed for high damage, sustain, and crowd control, and I'll even include substitutes for those missing key units. Let's jump in. Floors 9 and 10 aren't too hard, but they can be tricky if you're not using the right team synergies. Here's the best way to clear them efficiently. For the first half, you can use this team: Clorind, Bennett, Venti, Sucrose. Why this team? Let me clarify. For Clorind is the main DPS, deals consistent electro-infused melee damage and generates energy for fast rotations. And Bennett is support. With his attack buff and massive healing, he's the best choice for this comp. For crowd control, we have Venti, who's also playing as the sub-DPS that groups enemies, reduces resistance, and swirls elements. And lastly, Sucrose is battery for Venti but also provides swirl reactions. Now, onto the substitutes. Clorind for any element MC, and Venti for sub-DPS Gene. Jumping to the second half, we have Hu Tao, Xingqiu, Kazuha, Zhongli. Why this team? First, Hu Tao is the main DPS for massive pyro damage and great mobility. Next, Xingqiu or Yellen for hydro application for vaporize. And Kazuha as a Nemo support who gives elemental buffs and grouping. Last, Zhongli is shield sub-DPS due to his sustain and crowd control with massive burst damage as a side bonus. You don't have some of these characters? Here are the substitutes. Hu Tao can be replaced with Pyro MC or Physical Kaya. Admittedly not as strong, but still solid DPS options. Are you not satisfied with Xingqiu? Use Yellen instead. For better damage output, use both if possible. Kazuha can be replaced by Sucrose or Fischl. Don't know what to pick? Sucrose is for buffing, Fischl for electro damage. Lastly, Zhongli de Noel. Although less shield uptime, but extra healing and GODMG. The strategy behind this team. First half is about crowd controlling enemies due to them being scarce and light, and while in control, deal as much damage as possible. Second half uses vaporize reactions for explosive damage. What's Zhongli for? Shielding and other characters buffs ensure survival and faster clears. Floor 11 dealing with shields and elemental weaknesses. Floor 11 Chamber 1 has a Geo and Electro Lawachurl, which makes our job clearing it easier due to the enemies only being 2, and also with Zhongli and Hu Tao, elemental damages dealt by these 2 characters will carry the team through Chamber 1. But of course, there are 2 more chambers and 3 other second halves, so we still have to build a proper team. The first half team consists of Hu Tao, Xingqiu or Yellen, Kazuha, and Zhongli. Why this team? Hu Tao with hydro application is always a good constant elemental reaction due to its 1.5 times multiplier to pyro damage, while Zhongli's shield prevents interruptions, and Kazuha boosts elemental damage. Missing characters? I got you. Here are the substitutes. Hu Tao to Clorind, Yoimiya, Ayaka, or Dilik. If you're using any of these characters, bring Bennett for attack buffs. You can replace Zhongli for Bennett if so. Second, Kazuha to Sucrose as budget and Nemo support. Zhongli to Noel for a decent shielding alternative, while also allowing easier time-breaking Geo Lawachurl shield. Now for the second half. Pyro MC, Clorind, Bennett, Sucrose. Why this team? Clorind with Pyro MC's hold skill allows for constant overloaded reactions. Sucrose boosts EM for stronger reactions, all while Bennett provides healing and attack buffs. Bennett's plunging attack animation is actually quicker than Pyro MC and Clorind, so he would also be the one to plunge attack the final enemy in Chamber 3. Now for the substitutes. Clorind to any sub-DPS with elemental damage. Pyro MC to Geo or Anemo MC. If you don't have your MC built, you can use any off-field character like Farina. I personally have not completed nor attempted Floor 12, but here are some F2P teams from Game8.co, which I will also be putting the link for in the description. Their suggested synergy for Floor 12 first half include Freeze teams, Swirl Freeze, and Vaporize teams. Suggested second half team synergies include Aggravate, Anemo Core, and Hyperbloom. I won't go one by one, but here are the sample teams they recommend. That's how you can clear Spiral Abyss efficiently with budget-friendly teams. Try these teams, and let me know in the comments what your highest floor clear is.